Hello, good evening, everyone. How are you? How is everybody? I hope everyone is doing well. Uh, I decided to go live because I was bored. I was really, really bored. It's Friday night, not much to do. Went down to visit my parents back in Philly. Now, mind you, my parents live about 2 or 3 miles away from where there was an EF4 or I'm sorry, EF3. It was an EF3 tornado that hit in Pennsylvania. Uh, Talking to my neighbor today about it, and I had said to him, I'm like, he's like, was last night crazy? Or was like last night completely crazy? I'm like, yeah. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Um, I talked about it a little bit. Um, there was five tornadoes, five tornadoes that touched down yesterday. Um, we were we were in a pocket of area where they were like, if you live here, get to the basement. That was us. I'm like, get to the basement, get to the basement, get the kids in the basement, get the dog in the basement. The dog's another story because the dog has anxiety over thunderstorms to begin with. Anyway, and my husband, I'm like, and he's from Michigan, so he thinks, tornadoes aren't going to hurt me. Hello, Mr. Shannon Knight. Did someone say crazy? Yes, I did say crazy. If you're crazy enough to hang out with me, it's gonna be late where you are, buddy. What are you doing up so late? Do you have a date or something? Maybe. It's like what? So if it's what? 9 here. Is it 9 here? Yeah, it's 9 here. It's late. It's almost bedtime, but don't go. I want you to hang out with me for a little bit, please. So don't leave. Remy! Hi, Remy. Hi, Carla. Thank you, guys. I'm like, we're going to do it live on a Friday night, and nobody's going to show because there is nothing to do. I know, Mr. Shannon, it is late where you are. Um, like I said, yesterday I was telling a lot of people we had some serious, crazy weather that was insane. The only way I could put it was insane. Um, we all knew though, like everybody like in the area kind of knew that we were supposed to get these terrible storms, and the storms, could hit anywhere. And that's the problem. Like the storms could hit here, storms could hit down low, storms could hit up north. No one knows where they're going to go. So this storm decided to hit here yesterday. Um, I lived through a tornado once in my lifetime. Um, I think I was 5. Um, so it could have been like more than 1980. I remember being in the basement. I remember being huddled together. Like we used to have like a toy chest, which my mom has made into something else. Evening magic. Ah, nice to you come by. Thanks for you to come by. Good to see ya. Good to have ya. Remy, I hope you're feeling okay. Are you home from the hospital yet? You have been like me. You're like, it's like reverse, kind of, sort of, right now. But I'm still not doing good. But I'm still here. If I'm here, then life is good for me. That's how I look at it. It's my neighbors. You know you're being caught live on a hot mic on YouTube, right?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah, well, both of you.
Hi, YouTube. In their potted flowers.
And my plot flowers that are fake.
But not tonight.
So it was funny because, like, when everything was over last night, it was late. Went to bed. There was still lots of storming going on. So I had showed a lot of what happened to a car dealership. This car dealership is literally 2 miles, 2 to 3 miles from my parents' house. Okay. Uh, I bought my first car there, by the way, um, and my second car, first and second car there. Um, so the tornado hit down and it was insane. I'm sorry, it's going to get about a little bit louder because my freaking air conditioning unit just went on. It shouldn't have to go on for too long because it's really kind of nice out. Um, if if that is too loud, let me know, and then I can easily turn it off. Yeah, so I was just like I was freaked out yesterday. So finally I'm like they're like I'm watching our channel 6 news and you have to understand something. I worked in radio. Is it the same way? I don't know. But I knew Cecily. I wouldn't say I would know her personally. Cecily Tynan is oh my God, beautiful, beyond stunning woman. Um, and she's an avid runner. Like she's big on running and stuff like that. So you never ever, hi Samara, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. It's nothing to do tonight. And no, I mean, this is the calm after the storm. Thank God. We have hurricanes where we live too. Same here. We have hurricanes. We don't get tornadoes. We don't get EF3 tornadoes in this area ever. Never. We got EF3 tornado that was touched down in Ben Salem, which is in Bucks County, PA, which is not far from my parents in Philly. Philly's right there too. Like Philly's like literally 5 minutes away from Ben Salem, if that. I mean, literally, you could cross the street. One part you'll be in Philly, the next part you'll be in Ben Salem. Um, but Faulkner is a huge, huge car dealership that they have down there. I do believe they have Volkswagen. They used to have Saturn. Remember that? Um, they have all different kinds of cars, used cars, used cars, all kinds of like cars like that. Can you still hear me? Darn it, I pulled on this. Make sure you can hear me. Can you still hear me? I hope so. Um, okay. I was like, what was that? My kids. Yeah, yeah. So I like got the kids, went into the basement, and we're watching Cecily Tynan on Channel 6, and we're all huddled up, and I cried my eyes out because they said the tornado was coming towards our direction, completely coming towards us. So they're like, if you're in this ville, that ville, this town, that town, this township, get downstairs. You're about to be hit with a tornado. Us. I mean, I have kids. I get it. I was terrified. I was downright terrified. I cried. I totally cried. I said, my kids were like, Mom, my 14, Mom, what's the problem? Why are you crying? There's nothing to cry about, Mom. Be like, no, but when the house breaks apart and we're in the basement and we have no house to live in, and do you have to deal with the insurance adjusters? No. Do you have to pay the money to refix the house? No. Do you have to? I was like going off, and Jason's like, yeah, she doesn't understand that kind of talk. I'm like, I know. But she's like, actually, no, I do. We've learned about that stuff in school. They learn more in school now than they did before. Thank God, with like checkings. Like, they taught us how to write checks. They never taught us how to balance. Like, yeah, they did. They just had balance checkbooks. But everything changed. Everything turned into cards, and then doing credit cards and things like that. Let me see what we have here. Hid under the stairs. Oh, you did tomorrow? See, you know what my neighbors had said, which was really smart because we have this like small little area right here, and he said if we would have huddled there, and also he also said is to wear a whistle. Wear a whistle. Everybody wears a whistle, and be as close to the stairs to get out in case something happens. I was like, well, you just taught me some new things. So he's like, well, I used to live in Ohio. I lived in Tornado Alley. We kind of knew kind of the things to do. So he's like, I always looked for the easiest way out, in case something happened. And he's like, definitely, hey, Nene, good to see you. So he was like, I'm definitely looking for the easy way out, you know. So, and I'm like, I didn't even think to go to the unfinished part of the basement. We were like sitting in the finished part of the basement on the other side, watching. And I literally had curled myself up and I was holding my youngest. She was scared. I was scared. Man, I prayed. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. I don't know if anybody knows me, but I'm not a very religious person. Like, kind of bothers me because I grew up Catholic. I was Catholic school, Catholic elementary school, Catholic high school, Catholics. My kids. I'm like, okay, yeah, I grew up Catholic, so kids grew up Catholic. And then we're going through, and my kids are like, kind of not into it, Mom. And I'm like as a kid when we were younger, like that wasn't an option at all. I mean, no kids, no kids, no checkbooks, change a tire. Yes, change a tire. They should absolutely how to tell you how to change a tire. Um, Credit cards. They don't tell you about credit card debt either. When I was in there, no credit card debt, and that would have been a bigger thing to understand when if I was younger, because it seemed like magic money to me. Like, wow! So all I do is swipe this card, and I can buy anything I want. I know any different. I knew no different whatsoever because nobody taught me the stuff. And honest to God, a lot of us, like, say, I don't know, maybe Remy, Samara, Nini, we're all around, I think, the same age. You know, we weren't taught this crazy stuff. Like, thankfully, these kids these days are being taught good stuff. At least my daughter's like, I'm never having a child. And I'm like, why is that? And she's like, I just found out how much my first year cost. I'm like, really? How much did your first year cost? She said $11,600. Hey, Red Rob, how you doing? Hey, Blue Ladybug too. I didn't see you. Sorry. Glad everybody could at least pop in and say hi. I'm just kind of hanging out here. The lights are on. It's dark. Um, I'm enjoying a little time to myself tonight. I'm not going out. Don't want to feel like going. I after just I kind of been through a lot this week. So going out is not my idea of fun. And then this week we have a lot to do because my oldest daughter is in Steel Magnolias. Cannot wait. I am so excited. And being mom, we know nothing. We have no clue. We have no experience. We've never been through anything. We don't know shit. You know, that's at least how my daughter feels. So when she was starting to do, I said, "Well, you got to watch the movie." No, I don't. I'm like, Grace, Anne, watch the movie. I said, this is for school. This is something. This is now you're going into high school, and you got invited to be a part of a play with upperclassmen who were doing this, who are now seeing you put effort and energy into this play during your summer, during literally her whole July. And I said, if that doesn't show dedication, I don't know what will. Knowing your lines, that's always important. Yes, I also know I have bruises. Like you'll see one here, you see one there. It's just from needles. Sorry, y'all. I'm all good. It's just I'm bruised. And needles keep doing it to me all the time. Um, yeah, there's not much like, around here. A lot of stuff seems slightly back to normal. Like, ooh, I just pulled my headphones out. Here we go. Sorry about that. And you can't go to the beach. If you want to go to the beach and, go, I mean, I guess we could do one of the boardwalks. We could do either Seaside or Point Pleasant. I'm such a South Jersey girl. Like I'm not Samara gets me. I'm a South Jersey girl. I am a South Jersey girl. And my mom had a really hard day today. A really good friend of ours um, has a terrible, terrible, terrible illness to the point where, unfortunately, it doesn't look like she's going to make it. Um, so, like, my mom called and she just, she's a mess. She's a mess. Her friend's going to die. Her friend is going to die. My cheerleading coach for many years, my friend's mom, growing up, um, this woman this woman had it all. Like, I mean, she was smart, she was funny, she was talented. She was really, really, really talented. Very talented at coordinating and choreographing dances and things like that. Anything that this woman ever did in cheerleading, holy hell, she won everything. That's why we were glad to have her as our coach. Yeah. Oh, but guess what? She didn't take a shit. Mm-mm. No, she wasn't that person either. Um, Believe it or not, though, and I think about and I go back, nobody took shit when we were little. When I lived in the '80s, if I backsassed somebody, even if it was like somebody's parent, oh my god, I totally got yelled at by everyone. I totally got it. And Lou Ladybug, here we go. Hold on, I'm highlighting this right now. Are you into Big Brother this year? And the answer to that is yes, I am. And I'm finding it really, really interesting. Really interesting. Why? Because people who normally like run the house and how it goes, it's not normal. It's not the same thing. It's not the same kind of vibe that's going on where the guy like listeners come in, they all pick their four, and so that they picked four groups was kind of cool. I liked that. um but I'm telling you, I'm going to call it right now. The winner of Big Brother 23 is between two people: Tiffany or Derek X. Either one of them are going to win this game. If not, I yes, Samara, I do have the live feeds. Here's the thing with the live feeds. I don't get into the live feeds for Big Brother very often until I don't get into the live feeds until I would say maybe there's 14, 13. Well, I think we are there now since we lost two. We lost we lost Brent. We lost Brent. How did we lost our bro for the year. We totally lost the bro. I'm totally a Tiffany fan. She's smart. She's super duper duper smart. Um, sorry, we have to talk just a slightly little bit of Big Brother going on here. Um, I do, and I don't know if anybody else does. They are my favorite couple. They go over a lot of they go over a lot of like blacklists. I'm not into the blacklist. Bachelorette, but that's so fixed I can't even watch it. And the one show that I think that still isn't fixed completely, but there are these, pulls and tugs from producers and things like that, is Big Brother. I don't think Big Brother has that type of, well, this is sketched out, and this is sketched out. Now, why don't you go kiss him in the corner for 20 minutes? Because it's these people living together. So, you know, let's be honest with ourselves, everybody. When it comes to Big Brother, their production feeding him. Come on, look at what happened to um, Frenchie. Okay, Garn, tootin', hootin', fruitin'. When they start doing that, I'm like, they make them do that. Like that, make yourself sound more southern than you are by. Why is my hair like sticking up like that? Like what's going on with my hair? And if you hear really low planes, I live by an airport, so planes come by a lot. Um, yeah, so I do. I think Tiffany's got a lot of what it takes to win this whole thing. I think Derek X has what it takes to win this whole thing. Who else? Believe it or not, but I think they'll catch on to her sooner than later. Is Sarah Beth? I think people don't give Sarah Beth enough credit, but that girl, she's 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 good. But I think they're going to figure her out. And Derek X is already kind of starting to figure out Tiffany. So either if Derek goes, my bet's still on Tiffany. Tiffany goes, my bet's on Derek. That's how it's going to go. Now, do I change my mind every single freaking season by, I don't know, um, mid mid Big Brother? Yep, I totally do. And then in the end, could I possibly not stand the person from the beginning? Like, I thought she was so cool. I thought she was nice. But you know what? You have to remember, and this is what I like about the group that's in there right now. It's a game, guys. It's a game. And when they're getting kicked out, they keep telling each other it's only a game. It's a game where you get these evil, like in the end, where you start with the jury and the jury gets all pissy because they got kicked out because they thought they were involved in the secret and they weren't, and they got played, and then they're all pissy because they didn't get the right information. I don't get it. It's the way it goes. Hello, Moon Child Pink. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're having a good night as well. We're just sitting here chatting, doing some different kinds of chit chat talks and stuff like that. I haven't, oh my God, I totally haven't, um, I totally haven't done the last, which I promise I'm going to this week is the last and final episode of the whole eye sniper. I mean, let's figure it out. In Ice Sniper, we all know what happens as of right now. I mean, you look it up. John Muhammad was put to death, and um, why is his name escaping my head at the moment right now? Carla, are you here? What was what? Lee, Lee, Lee Muhammad. Sorry, Lee. Um, as soon as I said that, it was Lee, and Lee is in jail, and I can remember, and that was, and we're going back now to 2002, back to like right after 9/11, right after the craziness that all brought, like, to our minds, that, we didn't think that we could be um, terrorized on our own land, I guess. At least I did. I mean, I was young and dumb. I was really young and stupid. I was young enough to think, you know, oh, what a terrible, terrible accident. Oh my God, these people. And then you see the second one, you went, and I'm sure it wasn't just me, because I talked to a lot of people and everybody says the same thing. Like they were there watching and like, oh my God, oh my God. And then you see that second one go in, you're like, that don't make it. I don't know. And I do know that there is a lot of hey, blue ladybug, blue ladybug. You know what? I'll talk Big Brother every single time. I swear. I love Big Brother. I beg my youngest to sit and watch it with me because nobody will. I have a house filled with gamers, anime, space. Space is kind of cool. You know, I'll give my one daughter that. Space is kind of cool. But I'm like, I grew up. I had Matt Dillon. I had Ralph Macchio. I had C. Thomas Howell. I was boy crazy. I was insane. I had I had books. I had scrapbooks that we still have them. We didn't throw them away or anything like that. We have scrapbooks that we made of pictures of um, Ralph. Oh, we loved Ralph Macchio. Loved, loved, loved Ralph Macchio. Out of the outsiders back in the day, he was my favorite. Totally my favorite. And to this day, Ralph Macchio is still my favorite. Love Ralph Macchio. Now, see, Molly Golightly. Now, you'd love her, you hate her, but she's everybody's life coach. She's doing some good things right now, I think. That's me. Um, she's a friend of mine, and God damn it, if she didn't get to go to the outsider's house, that I was like, but see, she travels a lot and stuff, and she moves around fast. I don't move fast. I move really, really slow. I can maybe take about 2 to 3 hours out, and I'm done. I'm so done. And if I've had 2 drinks, like I'm really, really done. Like I'm tipsy. Like I can't even have a drink because the only drinks, like I said, I could drink. Ooh, I'll show you what. I can drink these. Let's see if I can just. There we go. They're called Down East cider, and these are blackberry. And they come out with different flavors throughout the year. Normally, their summer flavor is pineapple. Unless you like pineapple, because they do seem to. I don't know. Well, maybe there's a reason why there's an overstock of them. Maybe it's because they taste bad. These they brought out for like a month and they were gone. I'm like, really? So they came out with sangria, uh, and it's a cider. It's a it's one of those ciders that they are non-filtered. So because of the non-filtered, I don't know what it is or why it is that it doesn't really bother my stomach that much. I'm not saying that it doesn't bother it all the time, but for the most part, this doesn't bother my stomach at all for whatever reason. Um, but it's one of my favorite, my Downy ciders. That's all I got. I got that red wine. I can only do maybe a glass, two white wine, glass or two, same. Um, but it sucks, and I'm going to tell you why it sucks real quick. Because everybody's going out, everybody's doing things, everybody's going places. Number one, we live near a beach. The beach is like literally 30 minutes, like, yeah, that way, the beach. Um, I promised my daughter, she's like, you better promise me. You've got to promise me you're going to take me one day. And I'm thinking to myself, I cannot do this on my own. I cannot do this on my own. So we're all sitting here. Oh, God. All right. I'll tell you a story. Oof. So we're all sitting here, and my friends were here. Our friends were here. And we decided, hey, let's go to the beach on Sunday. Going to the beach together Sunday. Great idea. Let's do it. We're down. We're down pat. We're down pat. Then um, my friend's husband called, and he's like, we are decided. He's like, we decided we want to go to this balloon festival. Would you be interested in going to a hot air balloon festival? I'm like, yeah. Are you kidding me? Always wanted to go to one. And my husband's like, really? I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, number one, always want to go up in a hot air balloon, always. But at least watching them from the ground race each other, yeah, I'd love to see that. That would be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. And then wait, what? Ooh, Styx is playing. Okay, not a huge fan, but I'll go. Like, let's go with the flow. And everyone's always like, "Oh, you're so sweet." I'm like, you guys don't know me sometimes. And hey, my friend got mad at me. It was so weird. It was something about Styx. And she's like, we weren't planning on seeing Styx, but it was the way it was said. Well, that's what we one flew over the cuckoo's nest. I mean, I flipped. I mean, I flipped. And I flipped on her, and I felt really bad because she is a good friend of mine. I don't flip on people. I don't. That's especially friends. I don't flip on people. And I had said a while ago that I had noticed that there has been change in me, whether it's the change or my vitamins, my diet, uh, my total malnutrition issues that I have going on. Um, I just there's a lot of things going on, and I don't know what's what anymore. And for me, it makes things hard. So I felt really, really bad that I snapped, but I snapped and I apologized. Fair, fair. She snapped on me too. She snapped on me about this was all over Styx. Yes, the 1970s band Styx. It was because she wasn't understanding what was going on. Apparently, neither did I. But we got there early. Me and my one daughter started walking around. We're like, oh, this is the main stage, which was way further down from where we were. I'm like, we're walking. So we got the chairs, and then we got up and we sat on the hill, and then we went around, and they had some tents, and I'm sitting there, I'm standing there, and I'm looking, and Dave's like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Oh my God, are you okay?" And shit, thank God he caught it because I was feeling that everything was closing in on me, everything was getting dark. And Dave's like, "Oh no, no!" He's like, "This isn't happening." He's like, "Let's take you back to the chairs." I'm like, back to the chairs I go. Back to the chairs I go. My husband's sitting at the chairs, and he's like, "What happened?" And I'm like, oh, he's going to get upset about this because he's going to be like, it's too much for you. This is that. See, this is the thing about having chronic illness. When people think things are too much for you, you can't do it. And when you want to try your most to do something, regardless of what somebody says, like that is me. I will always push to the freaking highest limit because there's going to be a day, and I mean, this is I'm a realist. I am, if I'm nothing else, I think I'm a realist. And the fact of the matter is life isn't going to get easier. It's going to get harder, and that's okay, you know. And I appreciate Blue Ladybug being here, Carla and friends being here, and Mr. Shannonite. Always, always, always love having you here. Moonchild Pink, glad you're here too. Um, I just appreciate people who come in and check me out. You like me or you don't. Right? It just went down two people came in and said, "Yeah, I'm out." But you know what? I don't do drama. I don't. I won't. And if I do, ooh, I think I'd have to be really, 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 really mad. But I don't do it. There's no reason for me because here's something, guys. The internet is quite young, quite. It's. I would say in its infancy years. I would even call it. I don't know. Maybe it could be a preteen. The internet could be a preteen right about now. What we don't understand is this shit stays up here for who? They tell you forever. It never ever goes away. Never ever. I have two children. So if they decide to have children and their children decide to have children and their children decide to have children and they look back at this is what their grandma or great grandma or great grandma was like, I'd be like, who's that? This was my mom. This is what my mom did. Oh, or great grandma or whatever I would be at the time. That's why I don't get in the fighting for the most part. And anyway, it's not worth it. Why am I going to sit here, get mad, heat myself up all night? He'd divorce my ass in a heartbeat if I let that happen. Um, I wouldn't do that anyway. Um, Lovable Rogue, oh, thanks for coming in, sweetie. You're getting ready to go to sleep. Thank you for sending support. I appreciate it. I do. I really do. I appreciate all of you. I really do. And you know what? It's funny because, you know, you hear Carla, and Carla says she's appreciated, how much she appreciates. And you'll, you'll go into people's chats. You know, I may have five now. I had 15 at one point, and I had 20, and whatever. It goes up and down. I don't care. I'm grateful for the five of you that are here and hanging out. And you know, it's getting towards my time as well. Like I gotta get ready to go in soon and take some meds for my sleep, which I have to take, for my back and for my stomach to work. Which hey, it's not working, but I haven't eaten today. But it's not because I don't want to. It's because I can't. When I explained it to the nurse, and she was like, and I was I don't know. Some of you know I was in the emergency room and I had to go down Temple. I don't like going down to the city hospitals at all. Like I hate it. Despite the word is despise. I despise city hospitals. I just a lot of them, you got to share your room. Sometimes that means sharing a whole lot more than just, the room. Um, Things were different, obviously, this year due to COVID. Nobody was allowed in, so you didn't have to worry about like people's visitors or things like that. But there's other things. there, there, there was other things that shocked me. This whole, but I will tell you what, and I will give an extreme thanks and appreciation to all the nurses out there who have done everything and that I've seen break down and cry because everyone was so sick. Everybody was so overwhelmed. And these nurses, the nurses are the ones, for me at least, I feel the nurses are the ones who give the care. The nurses are the ones who help. The nurses are the ones who give a shit. Sorry if I say it. In the hospital, I honestly have got to say, I don't find many doctors that give a shit at all. I really don't. Um, I did just get a new GI doctor. Um, I think he does. I believe he does. I believe he cares. I just think he has way more people on his plate than he could probably handle because he's like this like ridiculous specialist. And he's got this huge, I mean, he's like everybody knows this guy. Someone's like, gastroparesis. Do you know who Henry Parkman is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my doctor. Oh, okay. Henry Parkman, do you know him? I think he could help you. Yeah, I know who Henry is. Yep, me and Henry go way, way, way back um, to August, but we go back. Um, and I'll tell you what, he is an unbelievably smart, incredible man. Um, because August, I couldn't even drink. At least I can drink to a certain point. I'm not saying alcohol or anything like that, like even water and stuff like that. I couldn't drink water for the longest time. I'm getting chilly. It's getting a little chilly out here. Are we in July? For real. Anywho, I know. And this is getting big on me. I gotta, this isn't fitting me anymore. It's one thing to lose weight when you're trying to lose weight and you want to look better in a dress or something like this or that or whatever. And then it's another thing to lose weight when something's wrong. It's not as enjoyable. I can't even like everyone's like, who wants to go to the restaurant? It's like I have no problems going to restaurants. I will order probably a side of fries and maybe a drink I think I can handle. That'd be it. Either whether it's water or if I decide to have a glass of red wine, I'll have a glass of red wine. And I said, I think that's the one thing that keeps me feeling somewhat normal is like being able to have a drink with my friends because I really can't sit and eat and have a meal. And I don't think a lot of my friends realize that because my friend Tina called, and Tina was like, "Okay, we were supposed to go to this, that, the other thing." She's like, "I'm like, I can't. I was like too sick to go. I couldn't go." And she gets it. She doesn't get mad at me. She totally understands. So I called her. I'm like, "Look, are we gonna see?" Like, she literally lives like 15 minutes away from me. I'm like, am I gonna see you this summer, or like, are we never seeing each other? Like, is this over?" She's like, "Shut up! You're the one who's sick." I'm like, "True, you're right. I am the one who's sick." Um, but she's been a great friend to me, and I'm lucky to have all of my friends that I have. If it wasn't for two tacos, I would not be able to hear about all the wonderful things that happens at her work. Right, two tacos? I love two tacos. She cracks me up. And yes, these are my lights, but guess what? This is all got to come down because these orange ones that we have set around here, the ones that are actually nice looking, are finally being put back up. We got to paint them. So they got to be done by the end of the summer. So, no, you don't bitch a lot. But I know you don't like your job. Um, but see, that's why, you know what, that's why you guys are great. That's why you guys are wonderful. Like, whoever's in here right now, Carla, Two Tacos, thank you. Just thank you for being here. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being here to talk to at any time, because if I could smoke a joint, I would be the nicest person. And I have plenty to give you. Ooh, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I have some indica upstairs. I think I'm gonna hit my indica before I go to bed. Two tacos. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I just want to come in, say hi to everybody. It's been tough for me. Yes, I have been down lately. Yes, it has been because of my health. Yes, get so annoyed by talking about it. I do. Why? Because it's all like people talk about, and how are you? How you feeling? Feeling sick? Feeling bad? Here's a seat. Here's that. And I appreciate when everyone does to help. Yes, does the weed help you? Yes, Moon Child Pink. The weed does help me. It's not as always good with the appetite as I would like it to be. That's the only problem. I wish it would give me more of an appetite, because my appetite is like zero to zilch. And when I was pregnant with my youngest, when I was pregnant with her, um, I couldn't eat steak. Like, I could not. And to all you people who are vegetarians and don't eat, I'm sorry, but I love me a steak. I do love steak, and I haven't been able to eat any protein. I haven't been able to eat any chicken, meats, um, eggs. I've been able to eat. I can eat eggs. Um, can't eat gluten. That also is a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot I can't eat, and sometimes I just go, "Fuck it, I'll eat it," because there's nothing else available. You know, it happens. Well, it's getting late, and guess what, Two Tacos? You just made that sound really, really good. Seriously, you should see. Oh, I I know how you are as a regular person, and I love you for you now. I don't think I'm gonna love you anymore on weed. I think you're awesome. I really do. I've always thought you're awesome. Different strains do better with munchies. Um, Thank you. I'm not sure, but I know I'm wondering if the indica does better with the munchies because I know this whatever the like the afternoon crap. I don't like the afternoon crap. I like the indica. Like the indica gets me just like so. And what's great is, if I really wanted to go up and get my bowl and do it right here. Why? Because it's legal. Legal here in New Jersey. But I'm sorry, tacos. I'm sorry. Come visit. Come visit. And we can give you some. And Carla, come visit too. Carla, you're down you're like seriously, you're a turnpike away. A long turnpike. But still a turnpike away. Just saying. To Moonchild, to everybody who came in, to Carla, to Two Tacos, thank you, everybody. You keep me sane. I appreciate you all. Thanks, Moonchild. I'd like a better appetite. I mean, can't say, the benefits of losing weight isn't great, but at the same time, I want to enjoy food again. I want to go out and have a meal. I don't even know what that's like anymore. I haven't had one since August. I've had French fries. I've had sweet potatoes. I had a lot of sweet potatoes in the fall. It was all about the sweet potatoes. Everything was about the sweet potatoes. So, which means they're already putting their pumpkins out already. I was at CVS and I noticed that I'm like, ooh, I missed pumpkin spice season last year. I'm not missing pumpkin spice season this year at all. At all. No way. And then, yeah, we just got a lot of busy stuff to do coming up this week. I'm looking forward to it. Normally, I'm up. So there are days I get to sleep till 9:30, and then there are certain days I wake up at 7. Just depends on the day. Today was the 7 o'clock day. Somebody's backlights. I'm like, huh? Like, where is that light coming from? I have no idea. But when you live in townhomes, they're big townhomes though, and we get all these porches, and the dog loves the porch. And here, quickly, I'll show you real quick. I got my little lights over there going on. Yay! They make me smile. They really do. Like, I sit here and that's what I look at. And it's all like wrapped in the trees, and I have the flowers in the flower pots because obviously they are not real flowers, but I do love them. They are awesome. And they make me smile. And we really worked hard to make this another room. We did that last year, but then we get these. I think some people call them mud wasps because they live like in the ground. We call them killer cicada wasps because what they do is they burrow themselves. And you get one effer, and he hangs out around the hole. And if anybody comes around the hole, that little, now I'm not gonna say little because these mother effers are about that ass big. They're huge. They're so big. They're so big. Because my friend Tina has a ridiculously gorgeous pool, but when she gets them, because they really like her soil, and when she gets them really bad. She's like, I've already had the exterminator out here once. Ugh. And I called the exterminator yesterday. I called the exterminator, I think. We have silverfish. I hate silverfish. But these mud wasps, they're huge. And if what they're looking for the soil, and see, I got smart this year. Real quick, I'll tell you about my smartness because I don't get this smart all the time. I said to my husband, and he's like, "Well, we can't fill it with soil. If we fill it with soil, we're going to rot the wood." I'm like, "All right, so what can we possibly do?" And I'm like, "So why don't we fill them with stones?" He's like, "You want to fill it with stones?" I said, well, literally can't lift the stones myself, but yeah, I think the stones will keep the bees out of trying to burrowing themselves into our yard. He's like, good point. I'm like, right, good point. So we put the stones literally all around, and then, well, those big MFers started coming out, and I know I haven't killed one yet. My husband's killed like 8, and my next door neighbor has killed like 3 or 4. So, I mean, they were hanging around for a while, but we kept trying to figure out ways to make sure that they don't get in because, like, they seriously could ruin like your outside time, especially during the day. And I'm sitting out here at 7 o'clock earlier, and one was like totally after me, and I said, "That's it, let's go, let's get it." And what do? Here's I don't. I'm not that mean. I'm not that mean. So when he wants to fight and he wants to come at me, I hit him with the tennis racket. Not very good at it, but I hit him twice today. So I think I knocked him. We have a little thing here. I think I knocked him into the like the container here. He fell and he came at me again. I'm like, really? And then he went flying that way. Haven't seen him since. But it was stupid, stupid, stupid. Oh, they can totally, totally ruin your outside. That's why. That's why I don't like them because they. And I keep looking at these stupid bruises. Don't like bruises. I like tans. I have absolutely no tan whatsoever. I'm whiter. I think I'm just as white as I am in December right now. It's like see through. You can like totally like see through. Not really, not from this angle at least. But you get close enough, you can kind of see through. You can. It's kind of weird. What's the matter? What's the matter? Huh? What did your dad say? He already went to bed. Oh, yeah. Kids want to stay up till 11. Why not? Tomorrow, Saturday, she's got play practice, and really, that's all we got. And apparently, my husband already went to bed and didn't even tell me. Is that nice of him? It was probably because I'm on here and he doesn't want me to be. He hates being on camera, and he would be he'd be like, yeah, I can't. I am not doing the whole kissy thingy here. So, thank you guys for coming in. Moonchild Pink, Carla again, tacos. I tried to end this so many times, but I've got great stories I can tell you soon. I do have some really funny stories from when I was younger. Oh my god, like shit you wouldn't believe. But I will definitely catch up with everybody again real soon this week because I have to end the eye sniper. I cannot have you all hanging. And then I got to figure out how to get that all done. Look at that. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait 1 minute. Because then if I wait 1 minute, it's a full hour I went all by myself. All by myself. I never be able to do that stuff all by myself for like an hour. I could talk to myself. Hey, I'm the best listener to myself. No one else listens to me like I listen to me. Good night, Carla. If I don't see you later, have a wonderful night. Good night, Moonchild Pink. Thanks for coming in. I hope you come back. I hope you subscribe. I hope you listen or go over lots of different things. Like today, we wanted to go over a little bit of Big Brother. We did a little bit of Big Brother. I'm like, yeah, I can talk. And I've had what? half a drink. Half. Just half. Swear to God. It's first drink. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you all. Tacos, Carla, Moonchild, everybody, Mr. Shannonite, you make my day because you make me laugh. You guys are just all great. And what is it? Lady Blue, is it Lady Blue Bug? Blue Ladybug. That's what it is. Lovable Rogue came in tier 2. Oh, Kirsty A came in. I missed her. Hi, Kirsty. Sorry. But thank you, everyone, for coming in. Samara, everybody. Red Rum. Love that red rum. Remy, I hope if you're hearing this, I hope you are feeling better at least. Because I know that you go through a lot of stomach issues, and I totally get it. And literally, if you want to bitch and complain to somebody about stomach issues, seriously, someone has my phone number, and you know who that someone is. You could always call me, and I'd be totally cool with that. Completely, Remy, if you ever wanted to. Because it sounds like you go through a lot of similar things, especially with your stomach that I do. So to everyone else, have a wonderful night. Happy Friday night. And enjoy your evening. And we will see you later. All right. Bye.